Hi, everybody. How's it going? This is just a short introduction to CraftyJoeCo, my Facebook page. First video I've ever done, so please bear with me. If you can hear me, please give me a thumbs up for anyone who's out there. So let's start at the beginning. A lot of people have asked me when I started crafting. And actually, it was in high school, a long time ago. And it started off slowly, just some little things, and then turned into being probably the worst handyman once Sandy and I got married. It was pretty bad, but I did get better as we went along, just doing different projects day to day and week to week, and we did a couple of basements, and things got better as we went along. I continued to do some little stuff, but really got into full force actually about a year ago, just before we found out we were going to be grandparents. And once we found that out, I really started going full bore. You've probably seen a couple of the posts with Harper's growth chart. Her picture frame that I made, and that turned into a picture frame I made for someone I actually went to grade school with. Her sister Betty is a grandmother, and Joanne asked me to make this picture frame, which I've also posted. I don't know how well you can see that on the camera. So that was one of the very first major projects I did for someone other than myself. That turned into some other things, mostly with vinyl, cut vinyl. When I first started doing that, the growth chart was probably the first project I did. The vinyl that back then was supplied by one of my good friends. I didn't have the equipment to do it myself, so a friend that I work with, Tanya, was supplying all my vinyl, and that started to become a little bit costly. I'm sure she was happy about it, made a lot of money. I invested in a Cricut. Once we got the Cricut, and I see my daughter Alex is there, she got her own too, so I guess we're dueling crafters. Hi Alex, hi Harper, hi Sandy. We started getting into more and more stuff. You can probably see the one around on this shoulder here. You can see the tin can man bloom where you're planted, and there's a lot of stuff like that around the house and around the cottage up north. I guess I should think about an expansion up there as we're running out of room. So then I got in touch with a woman named Lindy, who was doing chalk couture. I didn't really ever hear of chalk couture, so I started to do some investigating into it, and it seemed like pretty good stuff. They had paste and paint, and they're basically reusable stencils. You can reuse them over and over again, which means, unlike a Cricut, if you cut the stencil, you can basically just use it once and then you have to toss it. These stencils are reusable. I've got a couple of examples here. A really nice one with an anchor. I don't know how well you can see that. And then some smaller ones that you can have. This one pretty much sums up Harper. And then really, when you get into really small ones like this one. So this one basically just says hello. Sorry, I'm not really good with this camera yet. So I've just received my first major shipment of chalk couture. They're not available in Canada until now. So it's been a real big chore trying to get supplies up here. A lot of trips over the border to pick it up. You have to have a U.S. mailing address. We're hoping that they come to Canada soon, so it'll just make the flow of the product faster and easier. I do want to thank everyone who's got a hold of me for the chalk paste and the stencils. We have sold quite a few of them. I'm quite happy with the response. And if you are interested, just email me or give me a quick call and I will explain it to you. Or if you want to get some, I will let you know how to get a hold of me. This video will not be very long because I just wanted to introduce what I was doing and what was coming up next. I have a couple of videos coming up in the next few days. One will be, and I'm sure you've seen the post of Harper, in a canvas print. So that's canvas on demand. So what they basically do is take your photo that you submit and they turn it into a canvas print. It's pretty cool. I'm hoping to get the ones they are sending me of Harper in the next few days, and we will do a video on it, and I'll show you the results and how easy it is to do. It's basically like Shutterfly, but instead of getting prints, they put it on a canvas and it's ready to hang, or you can put it on a table. The other one I'll be doing is for Annie's, which is a crafting website. And hopefully I'll be doing that one on Tuesday. They're having a huge sale that's started, I guess, yesterday. And I'll be telling you about that site and what you can pick up on that. There is a lot of ads right now on my site. If you click on them, they'll take you right to the site that we're supporting, and they're supporting the crafting that I'm doing. So it just helps out in some of the expenses, and I really appreciate if you hook onto them and have a look at their products. There's a lot of good ones. One of the major ones is Cricut, and if you've ever wanted to start doing some vinyl cutting or some transfers on T-shirts, the machine is amazing, and it will take you no time to produce what you want to do. As I said on my Facebook page, if you can imagine it, you can do it, and that's the truth. We come up with some pretty wild stuff, and you can make it within minutes. It just takes some thought, some effort, and a lot of imagination. So I think that's about it. I know this was short and sweet, but I don't want to bore you. Just let me know how you liked it. I'd like criticism and some compliments. Maybe one would be nice. And let me know what I can do to improve them. So I'll post this video online, and I hope you watch it again. And like I said, just get a hold of me through my cell phone or email, or just send me a message on my Facebook page. Thanks a lot, and have a great night and a great long weekend.